I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame, though it might be nice to own a jet.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another video. My channel's all about repairing and maintaining vehicles and various different projects. The current project is my blue ZX. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell for all the updates of when I upload. But onto the video. What are we up to today? Well, we'll show you. So guys, off camera, I have cable tied a couple of bits back because that's all like the lines off the fuel tank there. Cable tied the clutch pedal inside the clutch cable inside the car, so we know that's thing. I've also pulled out one of the door pod wiring because today we are going to pull out all this wiring in the internals. Get all this wiring out so it's all out the way. I have also bolted these. This bit would normally go onto the seat, but as you know there's no seats here. I bolted both bits down there just so when it goes off to my mate with a welder, they're not going to be flailing around. I've done that on both sides using the seatbelt bolt. She's also back on her wheels. I have, however, removed the rear boot lid seal because we're going to take some of these trims off just so we can completely free up the whole wheel arch and see if there's any more rust behind there other than just these bits at the bottom. So in today's video we're going to be removing the wiring, we're going to be removing a little bit of plastic trim, and the rear lights are coming off as well so we can get rid of this wire. And yeah, so basically what else I've done off camera, like I said, just cable tied a few bits back. That's that battery terminal that I've decided to leave. That's the clutch cable I couldn't get out of there, so I just decided to put it into the inside the car so it's out of the way. And that means now that subframe's ready to drop if he needs to drop it for any reason. And anyway, more importantly, let's get on with putting you on this lovely tripod and start the video. So guys, to remove all these trim pieces, like this lower piece here, I have loosened it already, but that's fine. This all needs to come out as well. This is in two sections just in the middle here. That's why I've removed the boot seal. And also this lower trim piece on here. To get these out of the way, what we've got to do first is there's not. Okay, that's missing. There's a screw there, so the two, and we've then got number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. That one's not missing because I did take that one out. So these 6 screws need to come out, and then this will come off and separate in the middle as 2 separate parts. Once this back section is out, and there's also another screw just inside that rubber bung, and a screw just inside that rubber bung as well. Now, these smaller ones are a T20, and the one in there is an Allen key, but I'm not too sure what that is, so I'll find out what that is and I'll get back to you. And just like that, the bung is removed. It is a 5mm Allen key, which is that one. And just to show you guys, literally pop it in just like that, crack it off like so, and then that will undo lovely and then come off just like that. As you'll see there guys, I've got a little pile of T20 screws. Oh, maybe I should be wearing gloves as well because my hands are going to get filthy doing this, but the weather today is ridiculously hot. I smell like I haven't had a bath for 6 years, so when I did have some gloves on to do the bits and pieces earlier, like putting the wheels back on, let's just say my hands were soggy. So basically now all the screws are out. This will just lift straight out like so. Like I say, 2 parts. And then we have got a little cover just there, but that doesn't matter whether we leave that on or take that off, to be fair, because when the boot shuts down on that, that ain't going to go anywhere. So take them out. Now we've got to get on this side, because I'm going to do that side without off camera. On this side we've got T20 screw, well we haven't, okay, there's another screw missing. T20 screw should be in there, where my finger is. The T20 screw just in there. We shouldn't need to undo the one just above it because that's for the other panel. We shouldn't need to undo this because it should be able to just hook over. We've then got a T20 screw just there, and if I get inside the car, we have another T20 screw just down here in the bottom bit. So I'm going to undo that one. There's none behind the seat belt. I have pulled the door seal off just to make it easier. There's one there, one above there, and there would normally be one just hiding under there, and then this will just all come out without a problem. So guys, we've got all the screws out, and literally we're just going to take this down like so. This side then will just slide straight out like so. That will then lift up from the bottom, and so let's just drop that out, and out she comes. No, maybe not, because there is a light on this one. So it just literally pull that plug, and then out she comes. So there's that. And now we can see where the wiring is and everything. We're going to get the wiring all unplugged, which, to be honest, is literally quite easy. It's just a case of push the clips back, he says. Right, so there's basically a clip just in the middle there. If I have to push that back, and then that should then come straight out just like so, and that's that out. We've then got a little one here which comes out as well, and then there's another clip just in here which I have to push back, and then this little one will come out as well. So that's all them out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just finish removing these. I'm going to work out how they come off of there actually, so we'll work that out. I'm not sure where that wire goes, but we'll work that out as well. Oh, I know where that goes. There's a button just here, so we'll remove that as well. And back in a second, guys. So it turns out we just need to push this black clip back a little bit further, and then literally pop that forward. As I was saying, basically we need to push that black clip back a bit further. You see it flexing there, and then literally that will then pop forward like so and come off. The other ones might come off, but I've decided I'm going to leave them because there's a 10mm nut bolt here. So if I undo that, should be able to, yep, take the whole plate off just like so, and I will by hand screw that bolt back in there just so I don't lose that. I've got enough bolts to worry, nuts and bolts to worry about where they go. I don't, one less to worry about is even more of a bonus. So now we need to, that's the big wire there, just untangle all these. That's the little wire. So now we need to get, there we go. So if I tuck that back there for a moment, he says, tuck that up there for a moment, just so they're out of the way a minute. I've then got these ones to deal with. So now literally these ones are the ones that are going to go outside, and then there's this one that goes up here, like I said, is on a switch. So if I literally just show you where the switch is, just there, this is going to be quite easy because it's literally just put a hand underneath like so, push it through, he says. Right, so push it through like that. That'll then pull the switch out, and then we should then be able to just pull that off like so and pop that back in there. And as I don't need to take the switch out really, I'm just going to pop that back in so it stays there nice and so. No, I'm gonna leave that out actually. So now on to removing the rear light. Well, that one's easy. We just need a 10mm. Can't get my socket on there, so we're going to just use a 10mm spanner. And there goes that. And now this light should just wobble free, and you'll see there's just a plug just there, which we literally just push down on the metal bar, wobble it free. He says, wobble it free. Right, just like that. And then that's that out. So now we've got this wire that goes across here, because that went to the other side. And that headlight, that rear light's out. And then we've got these wires, so I'm just gonna get these all pulled out, because it's literally just unclip these other ones and push it through that hole there. So that's pretty much it. So just unclip these others, push it through, and then they'll be able to come out of this hole just here, and then they'll be out completely. So guys, I've brought you back now because where I said earlier about it being a ridiculously hot day, my phone doesn't like the heat either, and it's decided that it's going to say sod you, I'm not recording, and shut down. So unfortunately you guys would have missed some bits, but just to run through, we've got all the wiring out from here. We've pulled all the wiring out from up here, pulled it all out, pulled some plastic trims off, which was literally just one screw in the bottom there. Got all the wiring out from the boot lid, unplugged these as well, and all the way around. So that's what we've done. And we've just pulled the number plate bulbs out as well, which literally just put a screwdriver behind to squeeze that in, pull it out, and then the plug would just pull out of there. So, and as you see, you saw us take that switch out anyway. So what have we got to do now? Well, I've pulled off all that side with the wiring, and I've got aftermarket speakers. So where I've got aftermarket speakers, that's the speaker wire, which I've just tied back there for now. All this half of the car is completely undone. I've got to undo these clips down here for these wires. I've got to undo these around here. The ribbon cable that was on the other side, just there, I have cable tied it there for now, because all that does is run to the plug that was in the back corner there. As you can see, there's one plug here and one plug here. So obviously one's one end, one's the other end. It's just like an extension cable for the rear light wiring to the front of the car. And that's what this is as well. It's just an extension cable with these two big plugs on this end, and there'll be the same plugs on the other end. So when we pull all that out, we'll do the same and just cable tie it off to that bit. So I'm gonna basically just put you on a tripod, because on all these doors we have these harnesses. These literally just unscrew, and obviously as you can see, that one's not on the door because I've taken it out. I've taken that one over there out, and I've taken that one over there out. What I have left is I have left one here still attached, just so I can show you how I do that. So I'm going to put you on the tripod so I've got both hands free and run you through that. So guys, I'm going to hold the door on my knee because the spring's pretty much gone in the door. We'll just get a pair of needle nose pliers just to start it off with its turn. So it starts moving, and then literally we just unscrew it, just like so. And as you unscrew it, it lifts off. You then pull that back like so. That then frees that up. As you can see, I've got my speaker wire there, so I'm just going to pull this out. I have loosened it at the other side, so it shouldn't be caught on anything, like so. If I just put that round there, out the way. Alright, so get that out the way. Right, so that's the speaker wire out the way now. So what we now need to do is get big flathead screwdriver just to push the rubber bung in on there, so that pushes it right through into the car. Grab the wires from behind here, which I'm going to move you back a bit actually, just so you can see a bit more. What can you see? Yeah. So right, I've moved you back a bit. So we see these two green wires. There's only two wires because it just literally does the central locking, and then we literally just have to pull that through. We have to angle the door correctly so that will just literally slot through that hole with a decent enough, with the right amount of gap. Put that round there, and then we've got that out. As easy as that. So now, last things last, what I have done is I have pulled all these clips away, so everything is pretty much loose. We've got all this loose. We've got the last clips here to do. They just literally snap loose, and then that's only tape there, so we'll pull that off, and then that's literally that. So we'll just pull that one through to the back like so, and then finally we've got to undo them 13mm bolt nuts. So I'll get a 13mm ratchet and we'll get them undone. So I've bundled all the interior wiring up and untaken it out from all the clips. I've bundled it all up into a pile there ready for me to grab, because it's all loose, it's all unclipped from everywhere except the handbrake. This is like the airbag module, little airbag module, and then we've then got, I said to you I'll find a 13mm socket. I have found a 13mm, I have got my 13mm socket on my ratchet, but I've also off camera realised that I actually need the T20 bit again, because I need to take this handbrake wire off. So if I pop you just there, you can see me take off that, which is literally just a T20 Torx again. If I unscrew that, I'll pull that out carefully. I can't release the handbrake, otherwise the car will roll away now, because thingy, it's on its wheels. So if I now just unpull that's that one loose. I'm going to pop that switch back in there and just loosely do this T20 back up. And then I'm just going to pop you the other side so you can see, because on this handbrake, the handbrake lever itself is held with 3 13mm nuts with studs underneath. But this little module, pull you back a bit further, this little module has got its own 13mm nuts sitting on the top, which, if I undo them quickly, you will see off. Oh no, don't want to lose that, I'll get that in a minute. I can take that off, still have the 13mm nuts there holding the handbrake lever. So that is now all the wiring removed. I'm going to pull that out, and literally, like I said, there's nothing holding on to that whatsoever. I can literally just put that all there. The wiring is now gone. So this is going to be the end of the video. I'll end this here. So yeah guys, I'm going to leave this one here. I apologise for my phone getting too hot, so I was literally unable to do some of the recording. I'm sorry about that, but it just shows how hot it is today, and like I said earlier in the video, I smell like I've not had a bath for 6 years. So it's one of them days, I'm afraid, but it is what it is. I'll do the best I can with editing and make this the best video I can for you guys. So like I said at the start of the video though, if you like this content, give us a thumbs up. If this is the type of content that you're interested in, which is repairing vehicles and following me through project rebuilds and stuff, consider subscribing because it helps the channel immensely. And if you do subscribe, make sure you ring the bell icon, because that way you'll get notified of all my up and coming uploads. If you want to find out what I'm getting up to throughout the day before my YouTube video goes live, you can follow me on Instagram, and that's the same as my YouTube channel, which is the ZX guy, and I post sneak peeks of what I'm up to. Unfortunately, yesterday's video I didn't get any sneak peeks for, because again yesterday was another hot day, and I just completely forgot to put sneak peeks on Instagram for yesterday's video. But I will be doing sneak peeks for this video, and I'm going to say bye for now guys. Stay safe, take care, see you in the next video.